sat by my desk and slid open the top drawer. I brushed aside letters and other documents until I came across a small brown leather journal. I flicked on the lamp that sat by my desk and slipped on my glasses. I untied the leather strap that bonded it and opened it to the first page. All the pages were yellow with age and covered in pencil drawings. There were faces of girls, and surrounding them detailed descriptions of brutal, unspeakable acts performed on them. I continued to read until the sun rose over the trees and lit up my room. There were several blank pages at the end, yet to be scribbled on. I stared at them, the emptiness, and thought, who would fill them? I imagined what they would look like, how they would smell, and how they would feel. Have you been up all night? I looked up from my desk to find my girlfriend Alice standing in the doorway. Instantaneously, I opened my top drawer and placed the book back inside. Yes, I'm sorry I didn't come to bed last night. I've been working on a deadline. Get some rest, she said, smiling in that sweet voice that I fell in love with. I'll see you after work. She turned round and left the room. I went back to my top drawer and to the leather book. I skimmed through it to the last page that I had opened, where there was an unfinished drawing of a woman. It was Alice. I picked up a pencil and began to sketch. When I draw, when I write, I lose all sense of time, and my surroundings become dark. All I see is the book. I am engulfed in the book. I began to yawn and my eyes grew heavy. I ran my fingers through my hair and placed the book home. I got up from my desk and proceeded to my bed. I was so tired. I could sleep through the end of the world, or the end of my own. Hello, Michael. I flinched back from the shock. I was wrapped in something. Why can't I move? Who is this? Who are you? So many questions, so little time. You see, Michael, I'm working to a deadline. That phrase, I used it this morning. How did he know? He slapped me on the head. Recognize this, he said. And in his hand he held my leather book. How did you get that? I trembled. I'd never been so nervous. He looked at me. It was a look I'd never seen before. It was empty like the last few pages in my book. Makes for an interesting read. How many people are in this book? 15? 20? 17, I replied. 17. That's an impressive record. Except for one thing. They're all innocent. Nobody is innocent, I interrupted. Everybody has some little dark secret in their lives. Pressing the book in both hands, he continued to stare at me. You'll meet my little dark secret soon enough. He took his eyes off me and then moved them to the book. What would he do with it? I can't go to prison. Could I bargain with him? Maybe if I offered him something, but I knew deep down that I was what he wanted. He wasn't going to hand me over, because if he was, I wouldn't be naked wrapped in plastic sheets. He tossed the book to one side and walked towards me. You really are a deep sleeper, but you'll soon witness a deeper sleep. He was beside me, and he cut my cheek with a blade. Please, you don't understand. I have to kill. I just can't help myself. Oh, I understand, all right. And begging for your life will not help you. You're beyond remorse. You're beyond redemption. In your book, you killed a girl using a house key. I like that. From his pocket, he pulled out one single key and placed it in his fingers, and then he clenched his fist. The sharp end of the key faced out as he approached me. Now he was wearing what looked like a welding mask over his face. The visor was see-through and part of it was yellow. He also wore gloves to protect his knuckles from what would happen next. He lifted his fist above my head and punched downwards. The key pierced my flesh and blood erupted from my head like a volcano, covering his visor. He pulled the key out of my head and punched down again, repeatedly punching and the blood bouncing. In my last moments, I thought of Alice, how I loved her, and how I would never meet my deadline.